Gamers, what's the craziest thing you've ever heard over voice chat? Last Tuesday night, I was playing Warzone with some random guys I'd never met before. It was around 11 p.m. and I was just trying to grind out some XP before bed. The squad was pretty chill. There was this dude named Jake who sounded like he was maybe 22, another guy called Benny who kept making jokes about everything, and this third player who barely talked. The quiet guy's mic was acting weird though. We could hear this heavy breathing and some kind of static in the background. Benny kept roasting him about it, saying he sounded like he was in a horror movie or something. Jake was laughing too, asking if he was hiding under his bed. We're about 10 minutes into the match when suddenly the quiet guy just blurts out, "Guys, I'm not kidding. Someone just broke into my house." Everything went dead silent. Like you could hear the game music, but nobody was talking. I thought he was joking at first because gamers say weird stuff all the time, but his voice sounded different, really scared. He started whispering into his headset, explaining that he was locked in his bedroom and had just heard his front door get kicked in downstairs. The static we'd been hearing earlier? That was his baby monitor. He had a 3-month-old daughter, and the camera in her nursery had picked up some guy walking through his hallway. Instead of hanging up and calling 911, he kept talking to us because he was too terrified to move or make noise. His baby was sleeping in the room next to his, and he didn't want to wake her up and alert whoever was in his house. That's when Jake stepped up. Turns out he's a firefighter in real life, and he started coaching the guy through everything super calmly. He told him to push his dresser against the door, turn off all his lights, and get down low by the window in case he needed to jump out. For the next 20 minutes, we're all still technically in the game, but nobody's playing. We're just listening to this guy whisper updates about what's happening in his house. I hear footsteps downstairs. Baby's still quiet, thank God. Wait, I think the front door just opened again. Maybe he left? Then there was this long silence for like 30 seconds. We're all holding our breath, wondering if something terrible happened to him. Finally, he whispers, "Guys, I think it was my brother." Apparently, his older brother had been in rehab for the past 6 months, and they'd had this huge falling out before he left. The quiet guy thought his brother was still in a facility 3 hours away, but his brother had gotten out early, still had a key to the house, and showed up high looking for cash and prescription pills. The brother had been rifling through cabinets and drawers downstairs when he heard voices coming from upstairs. That's why he bolted when he realized someone was home. Jake convinced the guy to call the cops anyway, and we all stayed on voice chat while he gave his statement to the officers. The whole thing was insane. We could hear everything. The doorbell, the cops asking questions, even his baby crying when she finally woke up from all the commotion. The weird part is, after all that drama, the 4 of us kept playing together. We exchanged real contact info, and now we game every Friday night. We call ourselves the Home Defense Squad, and anytime someone's mic starts acting up, Benny always jokes about checking for intruders. That quiet guy turned out to be named Austin, and he's actually really funny once you get him talking. His brother went back to rehab voluntarily after that night, and they're slowly working things out. Austin changed his locks though, and he bought a better security system with his next paycheck.